Have you ever stood in front of a room full of expectant faces with that sinking feeling in your stomach? That nagging question, did I prepare enough? Trust me, I have been there. Hi, I'm Jordon Taylor with the Corporate Training Companion, and I've seen far too many professionals wing their training sessions, hoping for the best while secretly dreading every minute. And let's be real, that approach is a recipe for disaster, both for you and your learners. But today, I'm about to put the pep back into your step when it comes to training prep. That was so dumb. Enter Google NotebookLM. Google Notebook is an incredible free AI tool that can help cut down your preparation time. It can help make your prep mobile so you can do it on the go. And it's just kind of fun to use. Let's jump in. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to go to notebook.lm.google.com, and that will take us to our dashboard. This is set up in 3 tabs, all my notebooks and featured notebooks. Featured notebooks are curated from top creators, businesses, that sort of a thing. We're going to go to create a new notebook. And the first thing that'll open up is going to be the add sources screen. I'm going to close that for now and just show off these 3 panes. So sources, clicking that add will bring that add sources back up. Then you've got our chat. And once you add your sources, you're now training this LLM on your content, your sources. And so you can ask all sorts of different questions, which we'll demo a little bit later. And in the studio, you can create different types of content based off of your sources, like an audio overview, which will be an AI podcast, a video overview, which is an explainer video, a mind map, and then there's several different types of reports. So let's imagine that we need to prepare for a leading through change leadership training. So let's do that. And let's start adding some sources. First off, we are going to have our deck and our facilitator guide. So we'll drag those in. One thing to note is that this supports PDF, TXT, Markdown, and audio. It will not take a PowerPoint or .ppt or PPTX or a Word document. So you do need to convert those over to a different type of file. PDF is fine. You can do that in Word and PowerPoint, not a big deal. Let's go ahead and add a YouTube video that I've found. These are just TED Talks and things of that nature about leading through change, additional sources of information that we can use to help us study and prepare for our class. Might be some stories that we can pull from. There might be some analogies or some quotes. Okay, we've added all our sources. We've got 3 videos, we've got our facilitator deck, we've got our PowerPoint presentation, and now we can start to chat with this LLM that we've created, or we can start to create things in the studio. Now, if you create an audio overview, it's going to create like maybe a 5 to 10 minute podcast, same with the video, and these will take a while to generate. So I'm going to go ahead and click audio overview and create that, and you'll see that it starts. It's going to take a while. So in the meantime, we can ask a few questions. Maybe we want to come up with some thought-provoking questions that we could ask during our training. So we might say, what conversation generating questions can I ask to my leadership training class? And it will spit out some questions. What word comes to mind when you hear change? Where do you usually find yourself? And these might be something you can drop into the facilitator notes if they're not already there. So I think we have an understanding of basically what this will do. Let's also take a look at the different types of reports. You can create a briefing doc. You can generate a study guide, frequently asked questions based off of your sources, and a timeline. There's not really any times or dates associated with our content, but frequently asked questions might be really good. Study guides might also be a really good thing for you to generate. So I'm going to create all of these, and then we will just come back in a few minutes and take a look at them. All right, so we have created one of each of these. And here is our podcast. Let's go ahead and play that and see what that sounds like.
You know, it's funny how we talk about personal transformation, right? Like training for a marathon, learning a new skill, that kind of thing. We get all energized, excited, even think Awaken the Giant Within or those You Are a Badass books. They really spark something. But then you hear transformation in a company context and it's like, boom, instant. Uh-oh. Yeah, one expert we looked at calls it the always-on era of transformation. And honestly, it sounds absolutely draining. So today, we're doing a deep dive into the sources we've gathered. We want to understand.
So this is a 13-minute podcast, almost 14 minutes, that will break down in a conversational way all of these different sources that you've shared. You've also got a similar approach when you go to the video. You can increase the speed up or slow down.
Completely draining, and how a simple shift in how we think about it can make all the difference. Let's get into it. You know, it's funny. Think about how we feel about change in our personal
And
lives.
quite frankly, there's probably a few lines and ideas that you can steal directly from these auto-generated video and audio files. Now, you've also got a study guide that you can use. You can access all of this on the go. You can download the app. You can listen to the audio in the car. You can read these while you're waiting in line somewhere. Here's your FAQs. Quite a number of questions here. Overall, though, there are a number of different resources that you can use. So I think it's great, and there will be a link to the resources in the description if you want to take a little closer look at them. So that's your quick introduction to how to prepare for training using Google Notebook LM. I hope it was helpful and sparked some joy and excitement for preparing for your next training. I really hope you don't wing it next time. You may even consider encouraging your learners to use it to study for training assessments or upcoming exams. And all that being said, if this was useful, if it was thought-provoking, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and bell icon so you can keep up with future training-related content. My name is Jordon Taylor with the Corporate Training Companion. Until next time.